Hey, if you're just getting started with Facebook and Instagram ads and you're getting your Meta Business Studio account set up and all of the little pieces that you need to get organized to run ads on the platform, you may have noticed Facebook Pixel has changed a little bit. It's now called Datasets. And in this video, I'm going to show you how to get everything set up properly so that you know what to do and can get it set up fast. Hey, if you're new here, my name is Lowell Brown. I'm from Going Social, and on this channel, I cover all kinds of topics related to digital marketing. And just like this video, where we're covering topics related to running ads on Facebook and Instagram, if you want to find more of that, be sure to hit like and subscribe below so you get notified of all of my new videos. Now, data sets are really important if you want to track the activity from ads, the performance of your ads, and also how it relates to activity on your website. So let's get into that right now. We're going to go into screen sharing mode and I'm going to show you exactly what you need to do to get things set up. Okay, so we're here in Facebook Business Manager. I'm going to show you a couple different views from my business accounts. I have a couple set up. Now, depending if you have had a pixel set up or not, things may look different for you. To avoid confusion, I'm going to show you both perspectives, and this is going to help clarify where you should go or where you should find the different things in Business Manager. So this is one account I have set up, and I have never created a pixel or a data set in this account yet. So if you come into Business Manager, you may be at various different spots. This is the overview for Events Manager. Because I haven't set anything up, they're asking me to connect data. Another view you may come to is this view where you may be in Ads Manager, you may be in something else. So I'm just going to show you what buttons you want to find. This is Events Manager and this is how it looks. If you don't see that link up here, you can find it under Manage Business and Events Manager. If you have nothing set up on your account, the page will open up and you will see this screen. Another perspective is if you come down here to this gear, you will see Business Settings. Now, Business Settings really controls everything and all the options for your Meta Business Suite account in Facebook Business Manager. You'll see things like your users, you'll see pages that you've created, you'll see your ad accounts. And the other area that I want you to focus on for this specific video is data sources. Now, under here, you will see things like your pixels. So if we load that up, you'll see that it says I have no pixels set up. And even if you did, it'll give you a message saying that it has a new location. And that new location, the purpose of this video is because they're now calling it data sets. And over here on the left side menu, you will see that link for data sets. If you click that, if you have nothing already created, you'll see this screen where you can add one. So I'm now going to jump to a different business account I have. The reason I'm doing this is to again give you another perspective where you can find these assets. So let me jump to that right now. Now, the reason I'm showing you this is again because whether you previously had a Facebook pixel set up or whether you are opening and starting from scratch with a brand new business account, things will look different within this Business Manager area, Business Suite. So I'm going to go back just to show you how Events Manager, where we were before, now in the first view where I showed you it had that screen. Now in this one, I've already got a data set and a pixel set up, so it doesn't look like that. And you can see that I have different information here about this pixel. So I'm going to jump back over to Business Settings. So this as well, if you go down to Data Sources, I'm just going to show you with this one, it's telling me again, my pixels are under Data Sets. If I click Data Sets, now you'll see I have two of them set up here. If you don't have one set up, we're going to click on Add, and then you type in a name for that data set. And again, you'll see in the example here, I've got two set up. One is Test, and one is specifically named for my website, which is my Going Social website. One thing to note here is once you create a data set, you can't delete it. Facebook doesn't actually let you delete these. So that's why I have two, because they're dummies. So I'm going to show you what to do, but I'm not actually going to click Create New for that reason. So you would click Add and you would name it. Again, if I wanted to say Going Social, I name these in a way that I can know what this data set is set up for. So I'm specifically saying this is a data set for the pixel, or now the data set that's on my website. I want to name it in a way so that I know what it is. And what you would do next is you will click create. I'm just going to back out of this because I've already got it set up here. Now I have clients who sometimes have more than one Facebook business page. They might have more than one ad account. Sometimes they have more than one data set here because they're collecting data for different websites. So it is important that you name these so you know where it is installed and what assets, other things, ad accounts, websites, that kind of thing, that you're tracking. So it's important in case you have more than one property that you name it appropriately. So now that we've got this data set up, the next thing that's important is how do we get it set up on our website? And what you have to do is you have to add some code to your website. And that way your website can send data or send activity back to Facebook. What's this activity for? Now, when you're creating ads on Facebook or Instagram, anytime there's an action on that ad, that data set is going to collect activity about that, whether someone clicks on the ad, whether they click on the ad and go to your website. That's what this data set is tracking. It's tracking that activity. And it's important to have this set up and collect that data. When you don't have a data set created, you aren't collecting the activity on your ads and on the traffic to your website. And I've seen a lot of clients that are missing out on this, and it's really important to have this set up. So we're going to jump back to screen sharing mode. I'm now going to show you a couple different ways that you can create this data set. You can see the code and install it on a website. I'm going to show you how to do this on a WordPress website. And another thing I'm going to do is show you how to get that information and how to share it with a developer so that you can send it. If you don't know how to do this on your own, you can send it to your website developer who will install it for you. So let's get back into screen sharing mode now, and we're going to go over how to install the new dataset code, what used to be called the Facebook metapixel code, onto your website. Let's go back into screen sharing mode right now. Now, what you should first see if you haven't installed this yet is you're going to see a screen like this saying your data hasn't received any activity. I'm also going to show you another screen because this one I had previously installed on my website and I had reloaded my page, so it has collected some data. If you see something like this, this is going to show you that you've got what the website is, where it was installed, and this is the dataset ID. This is that code. Some website platforms may only need your dataset code, so if you do need that, this is where to find it. But if you haven't set anything up and you don't know where to go, I want to again show you where to find all of this information. I want to stop here and explain again. Now I've got these two data sets that I'm showing you. I'm going to flip-flop between these two data sets. One is already collecting data, one isn't. I want to show you how to install it on your website now. So let's go back and I will show you how to do that right now using a WordPress website. When you're on the overview screen here, I want you to scroll down. And what you're going to see is a couple of options here to send data to the server. And this is with a conversions API, which is a more advanced way and a better way actually to install code on your website. And the reason is because the data set uses a cookie. And some websites and some phones, for example, can block cookies. So it is the first layer. It's the easiest way to set up tracking. If you are more advanced, you can go through this setup conversions API process. For this video, we're just showing you how to get the code set up on your website. So we want to go down, and right below it here, you're going to see gather website events from browser activity. Click on setup metapixel, and you've got two options here. One is install code manually. That's what I'm going to show you right now. The other is a partner integration. I'm just going to quickly show you what that looks like. So if we went to a partner integration, if you're using a specific website platform, you can, like Shopify as an example, you can go down and it will show you how to do that. There's Squarespace, there's all these different platforms. Google Tag Manager is one of the other easiest ways to get code installed on your website. If you don't have that again and you're doing this manually, let's just jump back. So I wanted to show you there are those tools that can help you to get it set up. But in this example, we're going to install code manually. And then what happens is it's showing you here that you can copy the code and put that into your website. Now you've got the code. This is that metapixel code over here. We've copied it to our clipboard. I'm going to show you what it looks like so you understand it. But that code needs to go onto your website. And the question is, where do you do that? Well, the instructions are right here. It says paste the pixel code into the bottom of the header section just above the closing head tag on your website. Again, if you don't know exactly how to do this, if this is too technical, you can send it to a web developer. You could simply just copy and paste this code in an email. I'm going to show you another way that you can send those instructions. They also do have a video demonstrating where and how to do that. So again, we've copied that code and now we're going to click continue. And this is just something that you want to turn on. It's to automatic advanced matching for data. Turn that on. I'm not going to go into detail of what it is, but just turn it on. It's always good to have that. I'm about to jump to a different screen showing you the back end of my website, which is WordPress. Now, I already have done this. I've already installed the pixel code, that dataset code. So everything that I'm going to show you, it's already been done, but I'm going to show you the steps that you need to take to install it. And I'm going to show you where to install it. And I'm going to show you how to find the plugin to make it easier for you. So let's jump back into screen sharing mode. I'm going to show you where to find all of this stuff right now. Okay, we are here in the back end of my website in the plugins section. In order to install this code, there is a really great plugin called WP Code Lite. If you don't have this and it's not installed, when you're in the back end, click on plugins in WordPress, you're going to see this page and then just click on add new. This is going to help you find a new plugin. Go up to search plugins, type in add header and footer. This then will find, this is the one we want, WP code. Now, if you don't have it installed, you're going to see a button instead of it. See, mine is active. So if you don't have it installed, you'll see install now. You would click on install now. Once it's installed, then it's going to say activate. So you want to make sure it's both installed and activated. Once it is activated, you will see along the left side menu here, you're going to see code snippets, the same logo. Look, see that little icon there? You're going to see the similar icon on the left side here, code snippets. So I would click on code snippets and click on header and footer. You're going to see in this example, I've already mentioned I've installed my pixel on my website. I actually use Google Tag Manager to install code on my website. I'm not going to cover that in this video, so that's why you see code here. But all you would do is you would come down, and if you've got any other code here, you can leave it if your developers have added code. But what you want to do is paste what we got from Facebook. Again, we're going back here. We've copied this code, and then we're going to simply paste it in. And it says metapixel code, and it's got all of the event details right here. Once that's there, click on Save Changes. This pixel is now installed on every single page of my website. My job is done. Now what you want to do is go to your website and click Reload. Now, the reason why you want to refresh your website page right after we've saved that code is because we have to send the activity to Facebook. Facebook is constantly tracking to see if this pixel is fired, this data set is fired. And what that means is that anytime there's activity on that website and a new page is loaded, it is in the background sending that activity to Facebook. When the web page loads, anytime someone visits your website and a web page is loaded, that code sends a signal back to Facebook. So in this example, because we have just installed this code, we want to refresh the page. That is sending a signal to Facebook, and we need to make sure that that is being tracked. So let's jump back into screen sharing mode, and I'm going to confirm that we've done that step. Once you've installed and saved that code, just go to your website, refresh the page. Now we're going to jump back to this step here. Now, because I have now installed this, I would click continue. You're going to see this step, which is automatic advanced matching. I recommend you just turn that on. It's just collecting more data about the activity and the users from Facebook going there. Just click continue. And now it wants to confirm. This is the last step where you can actually set up things called events. Event can be an action that's taken on your website. So if you want to track an activity such as someone clicking a specific button, click on this event setup. So let me quickly jump back. So we're in Lowell's business here. I want to just quickly jump back to make sure now that we've installed that pixel on our website, you'll see that this page is now a little bit different. It's now showing that there is some event activity. And before it showed nothing, now we see the event activity. Over time, if you come back here in a day, you'll see that it's going to show some activity. We have nothing right now. It takes about a day or two for Facebook to show you some of that stuff. But we wanted to test some that website events are set up correctly. So we want to run a test, and we're going to open the website. Okay. Facebook's going to do something in the background. And if we come back now, because it opened it, it's sending a signal. And now we can see that it tracked a page view. Now, this is an automatic signal that was created. So with these actions we've taken so far, we have added the code to our website, and I showed you how to do that. And now what we've done is we've tested that the action or that code is installed correctly, and it's sending a signal back to Facebook. As you see, when I jump back to the screen, I'm able to show a page view. Now, what we're going to do now is we're going to add another event because I want to show you how you can track things like a button click on the website. And in this case, we're going to track that button click as a lead. So let's jump back to screen sharing mode. We can see that we've got the page view, but I want to do a couple other things. So if we go back to overview, you're going to see it's still not tracking data. If we come back here in a day or two, you'll see some activity here, just like we see under test events. But I want to click back under settings. I want to scroll down, and there's a couple things I want you to turn on here. First, under event setup. Now, you remember we turned on automatic website matching. This is good to set up as well. Automatically track events without code. Just turn that on. It doesn't hurt to turn that on. But what we also want to do is open the event setup tool. Once you've entered your website URL, click on Open Website. It will open your website, and you should see this box up here, Events Tool Setup. Now, what we're going to do here is we're going to track a button. And I've got a button located on the bottom of my website here. So we're going to select Track a New Button. And you'll see that when you click that, anything that is a link on your website, including your navigation or any buttons that you've added or links, it's something that can be tracked. And Facebook is helping you track this stuff in a very easy way. So I'm going to select this button. If I click that, now you'll see that this changes, and it's going to say, what do you want to track? So I've got all of these things. And basically what these are here is it's Facebook saying, okay, well, when someone clicks on this button, what do you want to tag it as? So if it was a shopping website and someone had added something to the cart, I could select that. In this case, I can track a lead because this is going to a lead form. So I wouldn't want to track that as a lead. I could also, if I wanted to, select something else down here. So all these options that you can choose. But the one that is best for me in this case is to track a lead. So I'm going to select lead. And then when you do that, it's going to ask you if you want to associate a value. So some people will know that the value of a lead for their business, it could be, let's say $1, $2, $5, $10. If you wanted to be able to track a cost for a lead submission, you could add a value here. in this case, and then you would select the value and you could type in the value that you want, and you could select the currency that you want to track that as. In this case, I do not want to include a value, so I'm just going to select confirm. And now you're seeing that I can add this button being clicked, and it's showing it that I'm able to track that as a event click or event action on my website. So another thing you could do, we've got the lead for that specific button that we did at the bottom, but what if I wanted to track a conversion as if somebody is going to a specific website URL? Well, you could do that as well. So I've tracked it as a lead, but what if that wasn't really what I wanted to track, just the button click? I wanted to actually track that someone clicked this link, which on my site, it opens up a form, but I don't know that they've actually submitted the form. So even though submit, I could track that button. What I really want to do is I want to track someone going to a thank you page. So in this case, what I can do, so you're seeing that I'm tracking that, but what I could do is also track a website. So here, what I would do is completed registration as an example to make it different than a lead. It's completed. So I'm going to do that. And then the URL. Now I happen to know that I have a specific URL for a thank you page on my website. So I'm going to find that URL. It's important to find the exact URL to your thank you page. So this is a generic thank you page I have for my website, and I know that is a confirmation page. So I'm going to take that full URL. I'm going to copy it. And again, this tracker, you do it in the same browser, this tracker is still there. Now you can see that I'm already tracking that lead, even though I've changed pages. That's okay. We're going to go back. We want to select track a URL, and it's now got that entire URL equals to, I have to select this as a completed registration, click confirm, and now I'm able to track both of those. Once you're done, click finish setup. You don't have to set this up the exact same way. I'm just giving you examples to show you can track buttons and you can track specific website URLs in order to track activity and action in an endpoint that somebody gets to. So let's say, for example, I wanted to create an ad where I am promoting a service on my website, and I want that ad is going to lead to a landing page on my website. But not only do I want to track somebody going from the ad to my website page, I want to track a lead conversion. I want to track that somebody has gone from the ad to the landing page, completed that form, and gone to the thank you page. So in this example, I am tracking a button, but I want to create a conversion event or a measurement event so that somebody can go to that thank you page. And that's why I've done both examples here for you. If you have more buttons that you want to track, if there's more things that you want to track on your website, you can go through these steps and do multiples of those. You could do just one thank you page. It's up to you what you want to track. In this example, I'm just showing you different ways you can do it. Once you are done, this confirmation page will show you what you've set up. Click on finish, and then you can just click skip. And then if we go back to our test events, and if we reload, refresh this page, I can come back and I can see that all of this stuff has been collected. Now, the reason why, you'll see here completed registration is done, and it's tracking a page view. Now, the reason why I have these other things here is because I actually have more than one pixel set up. You saw earlier that I had one that I installed with Google Tag Manager. I have other things that I'm tracking. So I can track with Google Tag Manager. I've got other conversion events where I'm tracking if someone scrolls the website 50%, if someone scrolls 75%, and I had tracked that same thank you page with another identity. So that's why you're seeing more events here than you might see in your tests. But this, again, will show you anything that you've set up when you clear your events, when you refresh that page, it'll show you what events you're tracking. So I know that I have successfully installed this data set. I know that I have now, by refreshing the page and testing the event, that's how you test that it's working. I now know that I am firing the right thing. So anytime I'm running a campaign now, I know that I'm collecting data from the pixel, which is now the data set. And I know that I've created these other event actions and they're being recorded correctly. Now I want to show you one more thing. I mentioned earlier in this video that if you don't know how to install that dataset code yourself, there's a way to send the instructions, the coding details to your developer. I'm going to jump back into screen sharing mode here because I want to show you where to find how to do that. Let's do it right now. So when we're in data sources, you want to click on overview, and then you want to click on manage integrations. And then here you're going to see your pixel, and you want to click on manage and then install pixel on a new website. And then where before we chose install code manually, we're going to email instructions. There's a link right up here. We want to click on email instructions, and then you type in the email address. So in this case, test whoever is your developer. You can add more than one email address there. And then it's going to send an email with all of this information to your developer. So it opens up with an intro saying Lowell Brown is sending you instructions for the pixel code. This is the pixel code ID. This is the actual code for your pixel, and it's telling your developer where to install it, how to install it. And it's giving them even the ability, if they wanted to help you track all of those other events, it's going to explain how to do that and how to check that the pixel is firing. So everything that we covered in this video, it's sending that via email to your developer who can also do it. And then you can click send and it would give a confirmation. And then again, you can also go back to where we were already to track that everything is set up and firing as well. So in this video, I explained something that Facebook has changed, something that Meta changed. They changed pixel to dataset. So if you ever hear someone saying, hey, you need to have your pixel set up and you don't know where to do that, how to do that, just know that Facebook is now adjusting things to call them data sets. We've explained how to create that data set, how to install it on your website using WordPress. I showed you a plugin that you can use to make it easy for you to paste that code, save it. I've shown you how to test that the code is properly installed and that when you reload the page, which you need to do, it'll send that signal to Facebook. It'll allow you to test that it is firing correctly. And we also went one step further. We added an event code, and that event is tracking more than just a page view. If you wanted to track a website click, or if you wanted to add an event to track a specific website URL that is being visited. So in this case, it was a thank you page. So I was able to with this data set code, to be able to track somebody going to my website, but also track a specific event where we measured it as a lead or a completed website registration. And we tested that that was able to fire as well. One last step that I showed you was if you don't know how to install the pixel yourself, that data set code yourself, I showed you how to send the instructions to a website developer via email. So I know some of these videos can get pretty technical, and it's not so easy when you're dealing with some of the hoops that Meta makes you go through. I tried to keep things pretty basic and simple and step-by-step for you in this video. I hope it wasn't too confusing, but if you do have questions, I love hearing from you, whether you just want to let me know this was a great video or whether you have a question, a step, something that's frustrating you with the process. Feel free to leave a comment below in this video. I check for comments often and I'll try to help as best I can. I do have other videos. I created another video showing you how to install the pixel on your website with lead pages. If you use that as a platform, you can check that video right here. And be sure to remember to like and subscribe below. It helps me reach more people with some of my video content, but also it'll send you a notification the next time I create a video so you don't miss it. Once again, my name is Lowell Brown from Going Social, where we take the complicated out of digital and social media marketing, and we make things a little more simple and easy for you. I also have other videos I've created all about Facebook and Instagram ads. Feel free to check out those videos as soon as this is done. I'll see you in that next video. I've got playlists here, all kinds of things that you might like, and I will see you in the next video.